What's up, grinders? Welcome back to the channel. Now, I'm going to be responding to a couple of questions and then providing you guys with all a little bit of a channel update and direction and shit like that. Okay, so the comments that I've been getting as of recently, and it's understandable why I get them, is basically, Evildea, where's the Polyglot investigations been at? Man, you haven't been dropping any of those recently. I want you to investigate X. I want you to cut down Y. My man, I need you. I need that drama. I need you to feed me. I get it, guys. You're fucking drama queens. You live for this shit. You love, like, digging into these relationships of other people that you absolutely do not care about, but for some reason you suddenly do in the moment. Okay, I get that, and I haven't dropped any of those videos as of recently, but that's your fault for subbing to the channel. See, I'm always the type of guy who does whatever the fuck I feel like on this channel. If I feel like doing a Polyglot investigation, I'll do a Polyglot investigation. If I'm going to do some random challenge, I'm going to do that. I'm going to speak a fucking random language, I'm going to do that. I know the smart thing to do, and my YouTube channel would probably be fucking massive if I did this, was to just focus on just doing one thing. Like, if I made my channel just about Spanish, I would probably fucking explode and grow. If I made it just about Chinese, I'd probably explode and grow. If I made it just about how to learn languages and tools and tricks and fucking shit for that, it would grow. Or if I just did Polyglot investigations and just drama, it would grow. So what do? I do a little bit of fucking everything, and then I don't grow at all. Well, I grow, but like not as much. And that's because that's me. I cannot be the type of person who sits down and just does the one same fucking thing every single day. I would end myself, okay? I would officially unalive myself with the goddamn cable of the camera I got here that's rubbing against my damn leg, and it's kind of, it's feeling kind of good. What the fuck was that? Okay, so what's happening and what's going to happen moving forward? Well, you probably realized I haven't dropped as many videos as recently, and I've spoken about that in a short, and basically that comes down to the fact that I am no longer working full-time from home, but working full-time in a fucking office, so I gotta travel, okay? It takes, you know, a little bit of time out of my life. You know, those investigation videos, they don't just pop out of nowhere. That's like, there's a lot of work that goes into them. Just recording one can take 5 to 6 hours of effort and, you know, and editing and all that stuff. And that's not even including the man hours of my community who go in and actually do the investigation and stuff. So I can only do those when I have the time. And guess what I don't have right now? I ain't got no time. So instead, I'm making these random vlogs like this one right here. So, what's going to be happening? Is this like a permanent fixture? Is this how things are going to be moving forward? Well, I don't know, because there's a bunch of other shit that's happening at the same time. You know what? I'll tell you about that as well. So, for those who don't know, I have a herniated disc. I've had it for like 10 years now. But every year, it started to, like, steadily get worse, where generally it was usually something that I did. You know, I picked up something I shouldn't have, and then like it would fire off and I'll be bedridden for 2 weeks. But I had my first experience about 2.5 weeks ago, where I was literally walking down the hallway and it decided to go ting, and then I was bedridden for like fucking 2 weeks. So the last 2 weeks of videos you guys seen me doing, I've been doing basically from bed. I'd get out of bed, I'd come here, I'd do the recording, then I'd go back to bed. Now, this has given me a lot of thinking time about, you know, what I should actually be doing with my life at this point, at this age as well. Should I be wasting my time investigating random polyglots, or should I be dedicating that time instead to working on my health? That would be the smart thing to do, wouldn't it? And I say I should be doing this because I feel like the reason my herniated disc is getting worse and worse, logically, if I look at it, is because I have been dedicating less and less time to my actual physical health and fitness. And that is obviously also a result of the fact that, well, I'm scared of fucking making it go ding, you know, ping. So I've basically gone from this scenario where over the last 10 years, every time I do it in, I would do nothing for like months because I'm terrified of setting it off. And then when I finally get comfortable again, I would overdo something and then it would set it off again. And now I'm at the stage where I've probably got no muscles left in my goddamn back because I never use them, because I'm always doing the perfect straight up and down, you know, pick up stuff, make sure I'm both hands getting in and out of chairs and shit, you know, like I never use my back muscles. So I'm gonna have to like completely pivot my life and seriously start focusing on my health. That means I gotta focus on getting my weight down, because there's a lot of weight down here, you know. I got a big guy between the legs. He weighs a lot, but I don't want to remove him, so I got to remove some of the other weight. So I got to, like, you know, reduce my weight overall. I've got to work on my fitness, my back muscles, all that type of stuff. You know, get everything perfect, because from my discussions with my GP and specialists and stuff, the very next stage at this point is fucking surgery. That's what I've been told. I'm gonna have to get surgery if I can't, sort this out in a natural way. There's pretty much no other option at this point. They're like, the physio routines. You can try them. If they work, they work. If they don't, well, that surgery's next, my man. And I don't want to do no surgery. Evildea not like no surgery. So I'm going to be focusing a lot more on my health. Now, I guess I got a question. You guys interested in that shit? Because I could probably upload on the video onto the channel. Even if you're not, it's still going to go on the channel. Now, what does that mean about all my other videos? Well, of course, I'm still going to be continuing my Dreaming Spanish series because I'm actually enjoying that series. I'll be continuing the Chinese series, my video game series. But the Polyglot investigations, they take a lot of time. So there's going to be a lot less of them. Unless I'm just doing like a simple reactive video. Now, I also realize that this will probably mean a bunch of you are going to unsub. But you know what? Subs ain't as important as my health. I gotta focus on my health first. So if you're willing to wait for like once in a blue moon Polyglot investigation, then all good. We'll do that, okay? If not, there's plenty of other drama channels out there for you to go follow and, feed your hunger or whatever it is. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to give you guys an update. Oh, one last thing, okay. I built a new house. Yeah, I got a new house. I'm actually moving in 2 weeks. The unfortunate part of the matter is, though, it's a lot further from my office than my current place. But it's bigger. And I have a whole room dedicated to doing YouTube and VR and shit like that. So I'm looking forward to, actually moving in and setting all that stuff up. But that also is going to impact on my free time over the next 2 weeks. So expect the next 2 weeks to be randomly spotty. Or I may go in the complete opposite direction and just do a video every single day because I feel like it. Every time I say I'm going to do something, I generally do the opposite. Unless it's a challenge, and then I actually do it. So it's kind of an interesting one. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this midnight rant. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts on, overall all this type of stuff. I always love reading your shit, and even if I don't actually respond to your comments, for example, over the last week, I've been really shit at responding to comments. That's just because I've been in pain in bed, and I'm just, reading the comment, I'm like, oh, fuck my back, fuck you made me laugh, and I'll scroll past. There's been a lot of that. Okay, so I'll try and get back to actually responding to comments and stuff. Yeah, life update done. See you all in the next video. I can't even be fucked making a thumbnail for this one.